and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Good evening, Paranormal 2016. Good evening, Clive Finnemore. We are doing the ZLDR Recovery 10K, and it really is going to be a nice, easy recovery 10K today. 10 kilometers an hour. I intend to do this run in exactly 1 hour. So we're off very shortly. Quite a few runners today. Nearly 100 runners joining us, so that's pretty good, isn't it? Gina doesn't look like she's moving just yet. She better start running. There she goes. And off we go. So 10 kilometers per hour, according to the Stride footpod. So we've got the Stride footpod connected. And we need to wait till we go under the arch before we start the watches. I've got 2 watches on today. There we go. And we're off. So yeah, we're going to do this in 1 hour. So if you want to chat, if you want to say anything, do pop something in the chat. I'm watching Facebook chat. Oh no, hang on a minute. I'm not watching Facebook chat yet. Leo is off and running. Leo's gone miles ahead already. We've got Lucio running with us today. Gina is leading the group. And yeah, like 100 or so runners. 80 odd runners. So that's really good. Let me get Facebook up and running. I always forget something, don't I? Right, hopefully that's correct. So yes, if you want to chat, say hello on Facebook, say hello on YouTube and on Twitch. Jonathan Cost is running with us, Paul Deering is running. Clive Finnemore is just up ahead. Fanning is there, Kristen is there. Need to go a little faster to make sure that I do the first kilometre in 6 minutes. Not quite that fast though. So every kilometre I want to do in 6 minutes. We're hoping for some good jokes from Gina today, who is the run leader. David Buckingham says, does Zwift publish statistics about the most popular times of day or most popular regions? No, it doesn't. I mean, we know, well, it's no secret that Europe is the biggest user of Zwift, with North America second, and then Asia and Australia after that. Or rather, no, South America. So it's Europe, then North America, then South America, then Asia and New Zealand and Australia, I think. But they don't publish statistics about what are the most popular times of day. At least I haven't seen any. Rob Harrison is running with us as well. Can't see his name yet, but like I say, there are nearly 100 runners today, so there's going to be a lot of people around. Hello, Victoria. I've made your dinner. It's in a pan on the hob. Oh, and Casey, absolutely, yeah. All mourning the loss of Gerard Houllier, ex-Liverpool manager, today. Died at the age of 73. We know he had some heart problems, though. Stephen Smith, good evening to you, buddy.
Nice.
And Andrew Cutmore, hello. And he says hello to Jonathan as well. Carl, hello. Carl's running. I think Carl's running with us. Karen Ardilio is running as well. Good to have her back with us. Karen used to be so regular, and then she had injuries, and she's been out for a little while. Kathy McManus is with us. Philip Messenger, and Neil Philip Messenger says hello, Stephen and everyone else. Yeah, Stephen Smith says R.I.P. Juliet. And Ben Goran Johansson says congratulations to Boston. You'll have to explain that. I haven't been keeping up with that news. What's that, Bent? Right, so we've got Jonathan Koss, Clive Finnimore and Paul Deering kind of all around about with me, and that's the first kilometre done in 5 minutes 59 seconds, so that's fine. Just keep it nice and steady, and if people want to race off at the end, I mean, I'm sure people are at the front are doing it as a race, especially with 100 people. It's kind of tempting to race it, isn't it? But for me, yeah, this is definitely one of my relaxed, slow 10k runs. Santiago, hello, buddy. Santiago says, have a good run. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, Ben, sorry, I wasn't thinking about that. I've forgotten all about my marathon. Did I tell you I did a sub-3 marathon last week? Yeah, no, thank you very much, Ben. Yes, that is a Boston qualifier. Andrew Cutmore is going to do the video 5k with us on Friday. That's good news. Right, I'm slowing down a little bit because we were going a bit quicker just to catch up with the time that we lost at the start. So just slow down a tad. Neil says he did a 10k outside earlier, so that's good. Damn it, Paul, right, I forgot about that. Every time I mention what happened last week, I'm getting fined £1 now. So Paul Deering has quite rightly fined me £1. Is a cheque okay, Paul? Who do I make it payable to? Had a little tiny dropout then. In fact, I've had one, look at that, 1, 2, I've had 3 little dropouts from the stride. We are connected by Ant Plus, by the way, so normally I connect by Bluetooth, but I've connected my Bluetooth to the Stride app, which is showing you my power numbers in the bottom left corner of the Zwift screen. So because I've paired by Bluetooth to the app, I am paired by Ant Plus to the Zwift game. And there's another one of my trademark drops in heart rate as well, look at that. I probably would, Gina. Right, Lucio's got his Christmas hat ready for Friday. Okay, so that's 2 kilometres done. We're managing to keep to 6 minutes per kilometre so far. Clive Finnemore says, did you see the Zwift Academy number stats on Facebook? Yes, I did. John Hancock posted that over 1,500 runners have completed and graduated from the Zwift Run Academy. My heart rate is 130 as well, Jonathan, and Clive's as well. Camilla, hello Camilla.
Nice. Ride on.
And thank you for the ride on, Sandy. Xander Dieter, hello to you, buddy. Neil was going to join us tonight, but he's got to take his daughter to work. That's just bad news, that, isn't it? Right, I've got to pay my £1 to Paul Deering at the bar if we ever have a meet-up. I didn't open the doors, I'm getting a bit hot in here. I think I might have to just jump off 1 second and open the doors. There we are, how long was that? Gina says she'd run naked in stream, but she'd break her phone. I don't know if you're following what's going on screen, but the chat on screen is all about running naked. People are getting confused between taking your clothes off naked and running naked as in without a watch, which is a thing in running. If you run without your watch, you're said to be running naked. Xander, it's not that cold here tonight. It's relatively mild, I'd say. Don't fall off the treadmill, Karen. Hello, Carol. Why can't a nose be 12 inches, says Gina. I don't know. Why can't a nose be 12 inches? Oh, that's a foot. Well done. Yeah, Neil agrees it's pretty mild tonight. Yeah, it's good that Mr. Andrew Cutmore is joining us on Friday. All right, okay. So Lucio says Gabby's gonna do it naked as well, so he's in for it. Brilliant. Right. So everyone has to be naked and wearing something Christmassy. Xander, how far did you go yesterday? I didn't run yesterday, I don't think. What day was it yesterday? Sunday. No, I didn't run at all yesterday. Day off. I did a half marathon on Saturday, but I didn't run at all yesterday. Right, Clive Finnemore can't run naked. His family will be eating dinner behind him. Oh dear. Daniel Dury, hello buddy.
Nice. Right on.
This is Jurek, hello, thank you for your ride on. Right. It's difficult to keep up with all this chat, with chat on my stream and chat on the Zwift game as well. But there's lots of comedy chat going on. Right, so there's talk. So Clive Finnemore is saying he can't run naked on Friday because his family will be sitting eating dinner just behind him. Andrew Cutmore says they won't be sitting there for long, Andrew. Clive. Kevin DeLuca says, recovery, low heart rate. What are these words? Oh, blimey. So it looks like I've got a little gang. Rob Harrison, Paul Deering, Paul Haywood, Bennett, Jonathan Cost, Clive Finnemore, Elsom is just behind as well. So we've got a nice little gang running at 10 kilometers per hour, keeping it nice and steady. Carl is halfway already, so he's a kilometre ahead of us. Trying to keep it steady, and I really don't want the heart rate to go too high, really, to be honest. Darren Nelson's had to shift, he's had to move a bit to catch us up, but he's with us now, and he's in the chat as well. Hello, Darren.
Nice.
So let's have Chister and Moffat catch up as well. Come on, you guys. 5 minutes added to anyone's time if they're not wearing a heart rate monitor. It's the law. Stephen Smith says, good evening all. Carol says, come on Darren, catch up with the blob. Yeah, we are a little blob of runners here. This reminds me of the 100-mile run we did. Right, what's Lucho's HR, Gina? 1:30, okay, nice one. Very good, and he's going at 12k PH. So I'm about the same heart rate, and I'm going 2 kilometers per hour slower than him. Oh, that's nice of you, Neil. Neil says my HR is good as well. Well, it's not as good as normal because I'm talking a lot. Oh, I don't know if you were listening when I was talking the other day about starting Zwift Run Chat as a show. So Zwift Run Chat would be no running, just conversation about Zwift running. And I suggested that we do the first one on Sunday night. But I've had a chat with Zwift HQ, and yes, as I suspected, Sunday evening in the UK is Sunday afternoon in Los Angeles, and not a great time to do a live interview. So Sean has asked if we can do it midweek. So what do people feel about maybe Wednesday or Thursday or something? Gina's latest joke is, why can't you hear psychiatrists go to the bathroom? Oh wow, this better be good. Oh no, because the P is silent. Right, 5 kilometers to go, and we are half an hour in, so perfect. We are perfect timing for an exactly 1 hour 10k. So yeah, if you have any thoughts about the Zwift Run Chat program show, maybe on a Wednesday or a Thursday evening. Ed Wiley says that joke was better than some of them. Fair enough, yeah.
Ride on!
Hey Schroeder, thank you for your ride on. What does the gingerbread man use to make his bed? What does the gingerbread man use to make his bed? Come on, Mel. Cookie sheets. What? That's just terrible. Right, Daniel Duras is having a go at me for mispronunciation of a Polish name. I'm sorry, Szczurek. Szczurek, is that right then? Okay. Szczurek. Okay. Okay, so Carol says it might be better on a Thursday than a Wednesday. Hi, Tina Beard, hello to you. Gina says, are we still all feeling good? James Simpson says he's feeling strong. Jonathan Cost has a 30k bike ride after this. Daniel says, yeah, I did better with that, okay. Gina says, delicious is good, Stephen. Stephen Smith says, any special Christmas meetup on Zwift? Not as far as I am aware. We've got the whole of this week is, is it this week? Yeah, the whole of this week is the Watopia Run Festival, of course. And tomorrow we've got a fast 10k with Darren Van Dit. So that should be good. Oh, I missed that joke from Gina. He says, what's grey and not heavy? I don't know. What is grey and not heavy? Oh yeah, Carol says, we've got, remember Ryan Downey's 1 mile run in jeans? Light grey. These are just getting worse. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, we've got about 8 of us all running together. What crime did the coffee report to the police? Another one coming in from Gina. Melon J, hello!
Nice!
A mugging. What crime did the coffee report to the police? A mugging. This is just... It's not doing it. Right, 6k done in exactly 36 minutes, so we are going well. 4 kilometres left to do. And Mel Crisp says, what did the barrister say? Mel and Jay says they normally listen to this as a replay, but they've finally come and joined us live. Well, nice to see you, Melon. Thank you for coming.
Nice.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
Right, Carol Rushworth says, oh, Gina, keep them coming. So Carol is obviously a fan. Grace says, Stephen, do you normally wear 2 watches? Please explain. I sometimes wear 2 watches. I quite often do testing. So testing of distance and pace measurements on the treadmill and outdoors, and I record the runs in different ways and see what results I get. So it's all basically just testing. Yeah, oh dear. It's so easy to get set up with Zwift running. Here's what you need. Firstly, access to a treadmill. It could be at home or at the gym, but any treadmill will work with Zwift. To get you moving in game, we need a speed source. Traditionally, we use a foot pod, like the Zwift pod or the Stride, but you can also use the Run Smart treadmill sensor, your Apple Watch, one of the newer Garmin watches, the TSS app, and if you have a smart treadmill, your treadmill will connect directly to Zwift without the need for another device. Now simply download the Zwift app onto a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Finally, pair your speed source in the app. Pairing heart rate from your watch or a chest strap is also a great addition to Zwift. And that's it. You're all set up for solo runs, solo or group workouts, challenges and real-time racing on Zwift with people from all over the world. 3.5k to go. 3.5k and heart rate is looking good. Another little dip there, but we're getting down to where we should be, which is more like 122 BPM, something like that. Right, Gina says, who is in front and still with us? Well, we've got about 3.3k to go. So Ribeiro and De Jong have a big group of runners up ahead as well. So we've got a nice group of about 8 or 9 of us here. And then De Jong has a group up ahead as well. Carol says, what distance do you do in trainers before you replace them? And do you alternate them every day with another pair? I do try and alternate because I've got quite a few pairs now. But some of my I ran 10k this morning in a pair of trainers that I think I've had for about 6 years, and they've got thousands of kilometers on them. So I try to keep my trainers as long as I think is possible, because trainers are not cheap, and it breaks my heart to spend 150 quid on a pair of trainers, so I try and avoid it as much as possible. Andrew Cutmore, yes, today I'm using the Stride foot pod for my speed, which is why it is a bit erratic today as opposed to normal when it's pretty rock solid. So yeah, I'm deliberately using the Stride foot pod on Zwift today for a test, and I've got my treadmill connected to my watch on my right wrist. Melon, my heart rate results were fine. I basically got kicked out of the doctor's surgery. They did an ECG and it was fine. So, who knows? Heart rate is okay though at the moment, looking good. Right, Carl has got 800 metres to go. Well done, Carl. Thank you.
Nice.
Actually, looking at my heart rate line, I haven't had any major dips for a while, have I? Jonathan Cost is wearing new trainers. What have you got, Jonathan? If you look on that red line, there are no dips at the moment. I have had them today. I've noticed a couple of dips today, but right now we are free of heart rate dips. 15 minutes to go, just over. Okay, the 361s, nice. Those are the carbon-plated ones that Carol was talking about yesterday. 2.5 kilometres left to do. Right, I'm just going to turn camera angles off for a second, and we'll go and have a look up at Jens's group up there with Melling and Nikki and Butler. Okay, so this is Jens' group. Jens has got a heart rate of 150 at the moment, and we got Walters there, and Butler from Ireland, well done to him, De Jong, and is it Jason Melling, well done to you, and Newton just up ahead as well. and Weinholz. And so Jens is the back of that group. So a nice group of about 8 or 9 of them as well there. Didn't give Nikki a ride on. Well done to you. So back to my group. We're just a little bit behind. And back on the camera angles. Thanks Grace, thanks Melon. Right, we need to go and find Gina. So we'll stop the camera angles again. As we know, if we leave the camera angles on, when I go searching for people, we turn around for some reason. There we are. So there's Gina. And with Kathy rather. There's Peters. Where's Kathy? There's Kathy. Well done, Kathy. Lucho's still streaming apparently as well. So, well done to Lucho. Well done to everyone who's taken part today. We've still got 2 kilometers to go. So the yellow beacon above Gina's head, that indicates that she is the run leader. And there's Karen. Let's go and say hello to Karen. Karen's walking. What are you walking for, Karen? Come on, get a move on. And there's Karen in her red with the green shorts, and she's off running again now. And there's Karen's butt. Okay, so that's them. That's Karen. There's Karen again. Kathy again, rather. And there's Gina. And let's go back to my little gang here. Oh. Right, camera angles back on. Diana is Nikki's first name. Thank you, Grace. Grace runs with Diana for half marathons. Nice one. Tyler Stanger finished in 39 minutes and surprisingly felt kind of easy. Well done, Tyler. And he says, enjoy your run, which I am doing. Good fun. 1.5 kilometers to go, or a mile left now. Just under. Okay, there's another dip in heart rate there, look. So if you aren't already subscribed to the Zwift Run Live channel, you'll get lots more content like this if you click that little button and subscribe. Thank you very much. I hate doing all that stuff, it's so marketing orientated, but what are you gonna do? So 7 minutes left to go of the Zwift long distance runners 10k recovery run. We've been doing it at a steady 6 minutes per kilometre to do exactly 10 kilometres in 1 hour. And we've had a good group of runners all stayed together pretty much for the whole run, about 8 or 9 of us. So there's been 2 little pockets. There's been a group up with Jens at the front, just a bit further ahead, and there's a group with me, and there's a group towards the back with Gina, and then all the speedy runners went off ahead. What's this low-level fast jet business? Is that airline speak? Lucho is done and ready to start a new run. I'm not running after this. This is my lot for the day. Right, we've done 9k now. So I'm just going to slow down a little bit because I think we're a bit ahead of schedule. Yeah, we're about 3 seconds ahead of schedule, so just slight slowdown. Not much. Oh yeah, I like the music. Ben says, I can see you've got watts on the screen. Is that via the Stride? Unsure whether to bite the bullet and purchase it or not. Ben, yes, it is from the Stride. I've got the Stride Wind on my right shoe. Should you purchase it or not? It's a lot of money. If you're going to run on Zwift, aside from having a smart treadmill, it is your best option. If you want to start running with power outdoors or indoors, then be prepared to do a lot of reading and get a bit confused and spend a long time on quite a steep learning curve, getting to understand how power works and what it's all about, and how the Stride foot pod actually works, because it's quite complex once you get into it, and it flummoxes a lot of people. Partly because the team at Stride obviously won't let you know their exact algorithm for working out power. So when we report that things don't seem to match up, we can't get any clear answers as to why that is. So there's a lot of debate on various Facebook groups about exactly how accurate the Stride is. But it is without doubt the best foot pod there is. It's just different people argue about exactly how good it is. Right, Leo's done 16 kilometres in 54 minutes. Well done, Leo. Good job, buddy. And we are approaching the end. We've got 2 minutes left of running. Thank you very much, everyone, for running with me. Really enjoyed that, guys. Thank you. Okay, here we go. 1 minute to go now. Carl, well done. Carl's done 7.65 miles today on Zwift. Well done, Carl. Good job. Here we go. $10K done. Well done, everybody. Good job. Thank you to everyone who took part today. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for all the chat on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. Nice to have you with me. Nice to have you with all of us. And I've enjoyed those jokes. Good fun. Thank you, Gina, for leading. Thank you to the gang for staying with me for what was 10K in exactly 1 hour. We'll have a look at the stats on that and add it to my list of 1 hour runs that I'm collecting indoors and outdoors. The idea being that I want to really see what the difference is between running on a treadmill and running outdoors. I am only doing it at one speed though, so it may be different at different speeds, but for me I'm just doing one speed. Any faster and the number of runs I do, I think I'd just be exhausted all the time, so it's good to keep it nice and slow, keep the heart rate low. But what we should see is if there is a big difference between running on the treadmill and running outdoors, then we should see a difference in heart rate over a number of runs. I know heart rate can fluctuate a lot. So heart rate can fluctuate depending on how hot it is and how well you are and whether you've just eaten or whatever it might be. But if we do lots and lots of runs, then that should even out any issues like that, and we should get a decent balance of heart rate for indoor runs and outdoor runs. And if one is more difficult than the other, then we will get higher heart rate on those runs. So say treadmill running is more difficult, then we'll see higher heart rate over, say, 50 to 100 runs. I've done 24 or 25 now, so we've got quite a few more to go still. But after we've done 50 or so runs, maybe we'll have a look at the data and see if we can extrapolate any useful information. I'm also using the Stride Foot Pod to measure what the differences are in power numbers and distance and pace measurement from the Stride Foot Pod, using that indoors and outdoors as well. And again, over a number of runs we should be able to see a pattern, whether power is less indoors than it is outdoors for the same speed and the same RPE, relative perceived effort. Rob Harrison says, thanks for streaming, I enjoyed that. Lucho, nice run Stephen, had lots of fun, well done Lucho, good job. Tyler Stanger says, clockwork. And Carl says, yeah, Leo was fast. And that's it. Right, okay, I'm off. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you tomorrow. What day is it tomorrow? What day is it today? Monday. Tuesday tomorrow. So we'll be on for something tomorrow. Haven't quite worked out what it is yet. Oh yeah, in the morning, of course, we've got the Film My Run 500. So if you're up for running 500 metres uphill, that's in elevation, not distance. The distance is 4.2 kilometres, and in that 4.2 kilometres we will climb 500 metres. If you want to join that, go on the Zwift companion app and look for the Film My Run 500, which is UK time 9:35 tomorrow morning. That's it from me. See you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.